You know what time it is? It's time to get jacked up for Jesus. It's been a little bit since I did a little video. Been doing a little ministry here. Part of our ministry, we go out and we don't just try to help people in the spiritual sense, but we help people in the physical sense. So we physically have to go out and do some things, and it takes up our time. We're not doing this because we believe that our works are counted for us. We just do this because we have the love of Jesus Christ in our heart. So that's what we've been doing these last couple weeks, and I haven't been able to shoot a video in quite some time. So I thought I'd take the time today, shoot a little video, something that's been on my mind. It involves the Last Supper, believe it or not. You would think with all the topics and the different things that are going on in this world that, you know, why does Jacked Up want to talk about the Last Supper? The reason why is there's a little part of the Last Supper that always goes past people when they think about the Last Supper. Everyone knows, you know, as far as when Jesus took out the cup and the bread and he broke it, and he did this as far as their representation, and we take the communion. But to me, one of the most important things that came from the Last Supper was as Jesus entered the room, his brothers were fighting and arguing and distracted by many things in this world. And as a servant, he began to wash their feet. And I say to myself, as I said, is that this world right now needs more servants like that. We need more people out there who are willing to walk into the midst of chaos and disarray and just be a servant to all people, and to be able to humble ourselves even if we're in a position of authority, and to go in and wash the feet of the people that have walked with us. And the challenge out there is, can you do that? Can you have the humility of Jesus Christ in your life and be that person that would just bow down and wash the feet of their very followers, and be humble enough to accept that challenge into your heart? Especially when so many people are out there arguing over things that are meaningless, and you have leaders being distracted by so many things, and they're not the most humblest of individuals right now going on. Everyone wants to take credit for, you know, I got the best theory to solve this, or I can do this, or, you know, why is this happening in our lives, and why is the world changing this way? Well, amongst all that chaos, can you be just a servant as a leader? Can you do that today? Can you be that leader? And I'm being attacked by two little doggies coming running up right now. So they're hearing the message right now, and they're getting in on it. Two little dogs just coming out of nowhere. So I just want to throw that challenge out to you. Is the chaos around you, just like Jesus entered the upper room? Can you just take all that distraction out of your life right now and be that servant? Wash the feet of your followers. Can you do that? Can you do that? In this world that we live in, that is just caught up in material things, and who's got the best of the best, and you're so concerned about what your neighbor has, and all this social injustice that's going in the world, and you think that you have all the answers, but instead of walking in the room with all the answers, be the person that maybe has all the questions. But address those questions with actions. Because action is where it's at. We can all sit around and talk about how bad things are, how good things are. But if you're not actively pursuing something, you're sitting idle and non-productive when you have the means, the blessing of the Lord upon you, then you're part of the problem, not part of the solution. The solution is in your servitude. Your servitude to human life, your servitude to the Lord, your servitude to your family, the servitude to your brothers and sisters out there. And it starts with falling to your knees and praying every day and asking God for humility to come into your life. Because without that humility, it's very clear by the Word of God that you can't enter the kingdom of heaven because you think you're better, you're self-righteous. It's time to drop all that self-righteousness. It's time to stop all that I'm the greatest leader, I can fix all these problems, and it's time to listen to the truth that's out there, the truth that you can have with being a servant and a steward of this world. Obviously, they didn't get the point that I was shooting a video here. But I can humbly accept that they just drove by while I'm shooting this video. So I just want to tell you all out there, I love you. God bless. Be a servant. Challenge yourself every day to humble yourself before your neighbor, before God, before your brothers, and be a steward of what God has given you. God bless, and I love you. See you next time when we get jacked up for Jesus.